Hello, hello. Good evening or good afternoon, depending where you are. Hope you're all well. Just going to say a few hellos. Who have we in the house? Hey, Bones. Good to see you. Bones, are you back from the Maldives? Are you still there? Hey, Big D. Hey, 71. Craftastic. Hey, hey. Hey, T. Adams. Good to see you. Hey, Sherry. Hope everybody's well. Hey, Paige and Caroline. Good to see you, ladies. Hope you're doing well, Paige. So, what's the crack with you? Hey, Kim. Burnt popcorn. Hey, Jude. How you getting on? Hey, Angela. Clips and giggles. Yeah, I'll be talking about clip channels later on. We've kind of had a bit of a bashing this week. Hey, Judy Jetson. We haven't been that popular, Angela, for some reason. Well, by a few people anyway. I just wait to see if there's a few more comes in. And then I can get to what I'm going to be talking about. Hey, Angela. With the lovely peacock. Cool Gamer. Good evening or good afternoon. It is currently 9:15, 9:20 where I am. And my big dog is just pulled my mic. Hey, Julian Jackson. Sending my love to you and the family. Dan, my son, and I are okay. Had a good day. Oh, very good, Julie. It's nice to have a good weekend or a good start to the weekend, isn't it? Hey, Serena. Hope you're okay, Serena. Sagacious. How are you, Sagacious? Hey, Diamond Eyes, my friend. So there's been a lot happening the last few days on the tubes. Jasper sits just beside me. He doesn't bark, craftastic. Hey, Kim. He's my big rescue dog, but you know that anyway. So, I was going to talk about a wee bit about the Kiely Rodni autopsy. And I had left a comment under Michelle on Michelle After Dark, who's a fantastic true crime channel. She comes with facts, no fluff. And she went over the autopsy. It was 15 minutes. And I asked if I could share it. Because there seems to be, and this brings me back to my Watts experience, right? We always go back there. When the autopsy has come out and it's been clearly stated that it's an accident, it's ruled accidental. That should be it. Hey, moi. That should be it, right? But we're on YouTube and we know what it's like. And we know that people like to discuss the case. They like to sit and have a chat on panels. And a lot of people won't be agreeing with, hey, Colin, with the autopsy results. Hey, Frogbusters. Dippity-doo-da, dippity-day. So, I think I'm going to say the majority of us have certain feelings towards this. And the other maybe don't mind, don't matter. But I can only tell you where I sit on it. Because I can't be a hypocrite. I come from a community where we spoke up against the Watts coverage. Now, I have to say, it's not about having a chat about the case. It's not about, going over things. It's the pantomime. the theories, the conspiracies that has been on for 4 years. And this has ended up where one family member is taking a YouTuber to court. This is where we've come to, because there doesn't seem to be that line. And you can't make people have, morals, decency in them. And after 4 years, if you're asked to stop, that should be it. You should stop. But I had a chatting with Sagacious today, and that's what I was saying. She gets very passionate about it, and so do I. We all come from the same community. Like Diamond Eyes, she comes from her community. We were all there from the very start of 2018. But is it up to us to judge other people? Because no matter what, you cannot change people's opinions on the internet. You just can't. Hell, we've put through, like, Diamond Eyes, for 3 years, we went balls to the walls. There was thousands of people. What did it do? Nothing. People still wanted to hear about it. They still wanted to talk about it. They still wanted to have conspiracies. Hey, Buttercup, there's another Northern Irish girl. Is there a right thing or is there a wrong thing? I don't know. Me, personally, I've never watched the Kiely Rodni. I didn't follow it. Have I followed cases? Hell yeah, I have. Of course I have. The Daybell, Valo, I followed it. But I'm the sort of person, I don't want to talk in circles about one thing. And then it might be maybe this, maybe that. I thinky. I'm not interested in that. I want facts. Hey, Jane Perry. You see, Judy, you're like me. Who are we to judge a family? You've got a normal family who's been thrust into the spotlight. What way are they meant to react? They're devastated. They're heartbroken. And they have never had any understanding of YouTube. None of us did. Let's be honest. I came on here 4 years ago thinking, oh, I'm just going to go in and watch a clip here or there. Nah, I've had my eyes widely opened. You see, Colin, you're saying live and let live. Are we blaming creators when there's obviously subs want to discuss this? They want to chat about it. You see, Diamond Eyes, okay, I get that. For you, there's stuff not making sense in the 18-page report. Right. So do we spend the next year? Right, Jen Lou. Hello, my Jen. Right, yeah, but sure, those were actual cases. Once she was found and the COD and MOD were pending, it was then a situation. But I take the don't like it, don't watch it stance. Yeah, I get that too, Jen. Yeah. Hey, Sanders C. And no matter where we stand in this, we are not going to change people's minds. People will watch what they want to watch. Do we call them out? I don't think so. We tried that and it didn't work. If anything, I think it made it worse. When there was clip channels going at certain creators. And then I found that there's actually only one creator that was been called out. What about all the other creators that should have been called out with him? They were kind of forgotten. So it was really who you liked and who you didn't like. And that's why I stepped away from it. Because I didn't like what I was seeing. And we can all say that. We can say that Sagacious, JD, all of us. Hello, professional paranormal research. Camo Man 73. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Julie N. Jackson. Hey, Judy, I am the same. We cannot judge families, what happens to their families and tragedies. I have listened to Judy Ron and Police Off the Cuff from ex-police officers, etc. Yeah, they're good channels. You're going to get facts. Hey, just another troll. Yeah, I agree. Sagacious, they do. Moi, I don't follow a lot of it now. If I want my true crime, I go to a podcast. Right, Jen Lou, I don't cover open cases for this very reason. Even with the best intentions, it's possible to hurt the family. Yeah, Jen, I get it. It's a closed case. It's okay to talk about. And I have to say, Jen, you're always very, very respectful in your channel. And you do it with grace. Absolutely. But we're not going to be able to change people. I mean, Sagacious played me a clip today. She just decided to go in. Hey, mental block. Well, yeah, I actually agree with that, mental block. If you're going to put it out, you've got to take it back. Absolutely. But Sagacious had played me a clip today because she had went in and Googled Kiely Rodni. I told her to turn it off. I couldn't listen to it all. It was a creator that I'd never heard of. And it was a bunch of cackling women and a man. And the things that they were saying were disgusting. They were actually disgusting. And these people were talking about justice. Nah, they're not wanting justice. They're just wanting to sit up there, gossip and bitch. Oh, Mary, you've got another half hour? Well, girl, I'll be here definitely in another half hour. Probably just chatting away as I normally do. Running my gub. I think if you do put it out, you've got to take it back. You've definitely got to. But I think the longer that we're on here, we have to realise we are not going to change people's opinions. T. Adams, I came up on a channel that is doing reaction videos to Shannon Watts' Facebook's lives criticising her. I just don't get it. She's dead, for goodness sakes. Yeah, T. Adams. But that tells me more about those people than it does about Shanann. Does it really matter 4 years after the fact that we're going over the same old nonsense? I think you this, I think you that. But obviously there's people that want to listen to it. I can't. I stood up against that. And there's people today that will sit up on panels, mothers, grandmothers, hey JD, discussing why she was wearing these pants. Why was she wearing those pants? What are underwear? Really? Does that matter? Hey, Cloudy Scales. I can somewhat understand the endurance of the Watts case because it's so confounding by nature. But the Rodni one doesn't make sense. It seemed pretty straightforward to me. And I'm going to agree with you. I didn't follow it. The reason, Cloudy, was because I thought it was an accident. Now, I didn't go into it. I didn't go and do any research because I just didn't. It wasn't a case that I wanted to follow because we didn't know that there was a case. Hey, good Anne. Hey, Bones. Hope I haven't missed any. And by confounding, I mean, how could it have happened in the first place? Yeah, I get that. Because even today, we still ask ourselves that question, don't we? Mental block. I've heard people catch themselves when they're treating the tragedy like it's a drama. Yeah. And they suddenly start with start in with, it's for Kiely to clean themselves up. Yeah. And that's the bit that gets me each and every bloody time, right? It's justice. I want justice. How can a pack of housewives, I'm sorry, that have had no formal education with law enforcement or in the medical field, say that they're fighting for justice by sitting up on a panel on YouTube every night discussing and ripping apart this? How can they? Just say it what it is. I want to talk about the case. I want to talk about it. I want to go into every little bit. I want to do theories. I want to do conspiracies. And I really don't care that her mother, her father, her uncle, her aunt, whatever, have asked me to stop. I don't care. But they won't do that. They hide behind the fact that it's justice. Yeah. And it's like a drama. It's like a continuing drama that you don't have to go and watch TV. Well, exactly, Anne. Yeah. I heard that dibbity-doo. I mean, why has that got anything to do with it? It shouldn't have. Yeah. Jen, I get it. And I'm also not so black and white now. I get that there's a grey and that people are allowed to have them opinions. And I just don't have to say, well, no, you're wrong. Because, no, everybody's a right to believe what they want. But I suppose this conversation, and I have eased off because I used to be, it was only one way or the highway with the Watts case. And I've eased off on that. I definitely have. We are entitled to our opinions on here. Definitely. But this has got crazy. Are we calling out one person or are we going to call them all out? Because what I heard today, it was bad. But again, I have not went round all the channels. I just haven't. Yeah. Hey, Lucky's mum. I learnt my lesson with the Watts case. I find it sick that people put more emphasis on the victim than the perp. Yeah. Zero respect for the dead. Yeah. Absolutely. And I actually heard today, I don't know if she did anything or not. No, we don't. I think it was more in his head. I believe it was his, but he felt pressured, but we're not going to go into that. And I've never accused her. However, she was disrespectful as fuck to Shanann and the girls. That's what I roast. And I'm going to agree with you. And she's also a very unlikable person, Jen. Come on, let's be honest. She was a bitch. I didn't like her. But I still don't think she did anything. Yeah, I know, JD. Yeah. And that's probably why you're best staying out of them. And we have to remember, hey, Jen Kovo. And I'm glad we can have this chat because it's not all one-sided. And I like to think that we can have a chat back and forth because we are going to have different opinions. We do think it's okay to talk about true crime. I mean, that's where most of us came from. But I think the majority of people in here do it. They have morals, they have a decency, and they know where that line is. Hey, Laurie. But I've also seen that there's certain creators been called out. Is it because that they're in our community? Should we not have a look around at all the other hundreds of creators? Exactly. Yeah, Jen, yeah. You weren't trying to capture her at the damn grocery store and zooming in on the contents of her buggy. Now, we know, Jen, if she was spotted in a grocery store, her buggy would have been zoomed in on, and every item that was in her buggy would have been content for at least, at least 3 weeks on here. Agree? Ridiculous. Yeah, Paige, I get, yeah. Mental block. Several years ago, several years ago, I was determined that I was right about someone being guilty in a high-profile crime, but I was wrong. The worst that came off it was I was wrong. Yeah, and you weren't on the jury, mental block, either. And you weren't in law enforcement. You're just like us, on the internet, just seeing what's happening around the fringes. Bones, did you say you're back from the Maldives, or did I miss it? I'll wait, because then I'll forget I asked that. 13 days? You've been away 13 days, or you've got another 13 days to go. You're glad you don't have a platform. Mental, it's actually, you know, I've been on here 4 years, but I only started this channel back in January. And I'm so glad I did, because I can come on here, chat back and forth about my opinions, and also listen to other people's opinions. And then here, we definitely do it with respect. Well, of course they do, JD. Oh, you're back Wednesday, about time, Bones. Just think of me in wet and dull Ireland. Yeah, it would have been the only thing I said about the pic was if it was her, she got a new booty. and I congratulated her on her newly gained ghetto thickness. Exactly, Jen. But you're funny. You do it. It's funny. And this is the thing. You know, you're not going into a deep dive, going through. I mean, how many times have people been through, you know, that report? I mean, there's only so many times. Buttercup, I agree, and I would, and I have always respected that. But, you know, the thing is, it's not going to change on here. It's not going to change. People are going to do what they want, and they don't care. And that's we're saying we know it's wrong, but they're not going to change. I mean, just put Kiely Rodni's name. Hey, Mr. Shannonite. I said she did bloody leave you, asking her that. Yep, Mary. Now, with that one, I listened to the Serial podcast twice. There was things questionable, but again, I think they've made the right decision there. Definitely. 13 days to Texas. Mary's going to the state of Texas. She'll be in the red. Yeah, 71, absolutely. Yeah, and you know what? I love a good trial. And I love a good old explosion in a trial. I've watched a few good ones. That's true. And that's not going to happen on here. If you're going to put it out, you've got to be able to come back and say, well, look, I'm going to do this. And whoever wants to watch me will watch me. And whoever doesn't, they don't have to. Switch it off. But they also have to accept that they are definitely going to get called out big time. Get you a cowboy? Nah, Mary, you're all right. You and wee Bella and your other wee bird, that's all you need, girl. It is about giving them respect. Of course it is. The family's respect. But what happens if YouTube creators just want to keep on? They want to do what they're doing. And their subs want them to do. There's nothing we can do. Okay, T. Adams. Yeah, I'll talk about that. Yeah, absolutely. Do you feel comfortable discussing Queen Bee's disappointment and allegedly with Brittany J over the Kiely case? Yep, I like Queen Bee and I like Brittany. Queen Bee has a right to her opinion. And she called it out. Brittany has also a right to do what she wants on her channel. But she's definitely going to be called out if she continues with the coverage. She knows it. She's not naive to that fact. She knows she's going to be continually called out. No one else can speak for Brittany but herself. Now, I did ask Brittany once the autopsy came out, would she stop? And she said she would. And as far as I know, she hasn't done any more. But if she did, well, there's not much I can do about it. I'm not going to call her out. But I like Queen Bee. I do. She'll just say it, and you've got to take it. And that's it. Hey, Billy Sunday. And there's a lot of people that don't like Brittany covering the case. But where I think it's not personal with Queen, because it's not, right? It is personal with other people that have come in and called her out. And I will say that. With Queen, I don't believe, I would think it's not personal. No, I don't believe it to be. She just doesn't like what she sees. We come up here as creators and we can voice our opinions, but we also have to accept that people's going to come back at us. And there's a lot of people who don't like things that we all do. Personally, I would not do an open case. I just wouldn't do it. Because I know the shit that you get. It's not worth it. What do you think, T. Adams, actually? What's your opinion? Are you comfortable saying your opinion? No, Cloudy, you're right. I personally don't. Normally I come up and I've had shit through at me. There's not one person that hasn't had shit through at them on here. You can come up, fight back, or if you know you're in the wrong, admit it and say, right, yeah, I ballsed up here. I'll own it. That's it. That's why I wouldn't want to get involved in open cases. To me, it's too much like hard work. I come on here once a week, run my mouth. That's it. I do clips throughout the week, and that's definitely enough. But even doing clips, you get a lot of clap back. As Angela, who's in here, will tell you. I missed a comment from Angela. Let's go up here. I'm afraid YouTubers have muddied the waters with the Summer Wells case by speaking to the family. Angela, rewind that. That happened way before Summer Wells. Let's go back to the Watts again. Yep. It all happened. It started there. Now, was it as bad as the Summer Wells? No. Summer Wells was another case I didn't follow. I didn't like what I saw. I didn't like the people that were covering it. It was just not for me. Hey, JD. Yeah, Chloe Jo, you agree with me? It's not personal for Queen. And she's a right to her opinion. I like the way she just comes out and says it. Yeah, she'll just say it as it is. But we've all got that right. We have all got that right to come out and say what we like or what we don't like. But we also have to expect to get clap back. Because with what I'm speaking about tonight, there could be one or two people don't like what I'm saying. So they're going to respond next week. That's okay. Do a clip. That's fine. I'll take it on. I don't care. That's fine. If I want to call someone back out, I will. But I get it. If you're on here, you're going to get called out. I agree it was not personal for Queen, but others caused issues on her panel, and that wasn't fair. But again, everybody has a right to their opinion. They do. I didn't watch it all because apparently it was 5.5 hours. Hell no, I just haven't time for that. You like 10 to Life? I think the last time I watched 10 to Life was the Michael Long show. Oh my God, that was another one on here. Hey, Nightmare. You get the clap back, Nightmare, you bloody do. Hey, Deadly Queens, my friend. Well, I've been called to see UNT this week twice. Do I care? No. Nope. That person's opinion of me, I don't give a shit. Angela has been called many things this week, as has had Grammervolt. Or AJ. AJ, are you in the house? Girl, you're not popular this week. Oh, I'm glad you're here, Deadly Queens. Hey, the Wandering Subs. Why wonder? How are you, girl? But I have a clip from the lovely Michelle After Dark that I'm going to play shortly. And what she says is what I think. And I like her. And I do watch her now. I do watch her because there's no drama, just out with it. And to go round and round and round the houses, I just don't get it. AJ does get a lot of shit. There's the Cramavolt in the house. Hope you're doing well, AJ. Look, all of us do clips very, very differently. And everybody's got a favourite clip channel. I just don't have the time that I used to have to put out the clips. And also, to be honest, I've lost interest in a few of the people I used to clip because they're really not that interesting. Hey, ghost. Did you? Nightmare. Oh, yeah, yeah. Hey, Beetle Maniac. Always say that wrong. Yeah. I'll be speaking about him in a wee minute too. Even though some people don't think you should call out people running their mouths in chats, but I think you should. Buttercup, I can't do plunder. There's a lot of people don't like my voice, and I get that. I can't with her voice. I just can't. And that's the truth. I just can't. I do remember her back in the early days of the Watts, and it was a bit controversial. She used to be she lost her channel. But she came back, and she does seem to be keeping a pretty good channel. Thank you, Mary. But a lot of people don't. And a lot of people think I whisper. I don't think I do whisper. The hubby doesn't think I whisper. Web sleuths love them, Louise. They were the original. And I bet you, Mary. Oh, thank you, Burnt Popcorn. I bet your Mary in here was in Web Sleuths. Because that was all we got. We didn't have YouTube to go on. Because there wasn't lives. There just wasn't. We do have a harsh accent in the north. And we sound completely different than the folk in the Republic. But for some reason, people that mimic my accent put me as a Republican accent. That's not the accent. That's Mrs. Doyle. You know, Mrs. Doyle, you'll have a cup of tea. Oh, you will. You will have a wee cup of tea. Sure you will. Come on now. I don't speak like that. I speak with a Northern Irish accent. There we go, T. Adams. You're back in the house. I like both creators as well. That's Queen Bee and Brittany. I think it's time for everyone to drop it, in my opinion. Queen had an issue with Brittany because she felt like she is grifting. Yep. And that's perfectly okay. But a lot of people are, in my opinion. I also agree with that. The grifting on here is, yeah. People will donate to you. They know you've got a PayPal. They know you've got a Cash App. If they like what you do, they'll drop you a tip. If they don't, they don't. That's it. But I do see a lot of grifting. And I think we all know where that came from. I'm with you, T. Adams. I think there's a lot of channels, hundreds actually, have covered the Kiely Rodni. And they've been pretty more brutal than Brittany. Now, as I say, it's not personal with the Queen, but with a lot of people, it is. It is. And that's something that I'm not comfortable with. Her channel is blowing up. Her channel's nearly at 6,000. She's gained maybe 4,000 subs, which is fantastic. And I think, well done. And she'll go on and she'll do another true crime. That's what she enjoys. Yeah, tips are tips. If you like if somebody likes you, they'll give you a tip. If they don't like it, they'll not tip you. It's not. All I asked is hit that thumbs up. Give me a like. It's free. It's free. If you get a tip, great. If you don't, that's okay too. But you definitely have to hit the thumbs up. Yeah, I seen that, Judy. I seen that. You know, I hope that the autopsy isn't going to be dragged out. It doesn't need to be dragged out. It can be done. I'm going to show you a clip. And it can really be done in one sitting. It doesn't need to be dragged out for the next month. That's all I hope, because it doesn't need to be. We have to remember this wee girl is gone. She's dead. That's it. Her life's gone. And it's been ruled accidental, which I 100% believe it has been. And to go over it and pull every little thing back, nah, I don't like it. I don't like it. And it would be a hypocrite if I said any different. Yeah, dippity-doo. That was a bit much. I've actually went really off Slav girl, to be honest, with the emojis. Don't like it. I had no idea she had those emojis. Why would you do that on a paid service? Nah. He did. Mary, of course he did. Of course he did. And he got away with it because there was a bad blood splatter. Analyst. I believe the only one I've heard of was Savgirl done it. And apparently she was on 8 hours. 8 hours? Hell. The most I can do on here is an hour and a half, 2 hours. Do you want me to play? Do you want me to play the clip of Michelle After Dark? I'll get it up and ready. Well, you can't cry, because if you cry, Cloudy, you'll be crying every day. And if you want to do all right on YouTube, no matter what category you're going in for, you've got to have a hard hide. I'm quite lucky. Things bounce off me. They do. They just bounce off me because I don't know these people. I have no idea. So they can call me whatever they want. I don't care. But if I had a personal friendship or relationship with you and you come at me later, yeah, I'm going to call you back out because it is personal, but I can admit that. But again, T. Adams, Queen doesn't have a problem with DeLorean. She doesn't. She doesn't. We may not like her, but everybody just doesn't feel the same. I don't like her after what she done to TT. That was my cut-off point. I didn't know the girl, but nah. You know, Judy, I get it. It's awful. It's awful. And I can't even imagine if that was my child or my children or grandchildren. I couldn't even get out of my bed. Never mind seeing it all been talked about and gossiped on YouTube and made a mockery, some of it. And I'm not talking about Brittany here either, because I like Brittany. Yeah, Crama, I do like a bit of I do like a bit of true crime. Hey, Granny's watching. I do like a bit of true crime. I can't say I don't, because I do. But I do like it done right. And I don't like no fluff. I've always said that. But a grifter is a grifter, yeah. Michelle walks, yeah, Deadly Queen. Well, I'm going to play. I did ask Michelle After Dark. So if one of the mods could drop Michelle's link. And for me, this is the last thing I'll be speaking about it. I just want it to put out because I respect. Oh, Gentleman Jack. Honestly, it went over my head because I really don't care what he has to say about me. Don't know the man. He doesn't know me. So he can go and knock himself out. I honestly don't know. I mean, I obviously was in his thoughts when he mentioned me, but there you go. Hey, Meg Kiely, how are you? Just you wait, Mary. I'll be doing a big PayPal pull for, what could I say I want? I don't know. What could I say? Oh my God, no way, Anne. What? Oh, you see, that's awful. That's a minor child that's lost her life. Nah, that's not on. Right, I'm going to put this on and not talk about it. Me being Irish, I go round and round and round the houses, and I could talk for another 45 minutes and still not play the bloody clip. But this one, Michelle After Dark, if somebody could please drop her link. I have asked for permission to show it. And she put another great one out today. And this woman knows what she's talking about. So just 1 minute. Here we go. You can let me know if you hear it. Michelle After Dark.
My name is Michelle. I hope you're doing well. Well,
go back. You can let me know if you hear it okay. I can't see the screen, so hello to anybody coming in. Do I see my country Joe?
Good morning, everyone. My name is Michelle. I hope you're doing well. Welcome to another video. It is Friday.
Can you hear that okay? Just put a wee thumbs up if you hear it okay. Because you know me and my technology isn't great. Is it a little low? Okay. How do I do the volume? Right, that's the max. We'll try it.
Friday morning, and yesterday was a busy day in the true crime world. We had a press conference from the Quinton Simon case. Not terribly impressed that they don't appear to know where Leilani is, but we'll leave that one for now because very late in the evening, my time, just before I was about to go to bed, actually, the news came out that Kiely Rodni's autopsy report and toxicology screen had been released. So I've had a chance this morning to go through the report. So I want to give you my take on it. Let me just be very clear. I'm not a medical professional, but I do understand autopsy reports. I've read a lot of them, and the terminology is fully consistent across different reports. So let's go through it, shall we? Now, the cause of death is drowning, and the manner of death is accident. So this was an accidental drowning. I don't think that's a surprise to anybody. Those people who think that this is some kind of cover up and there's foul play and da 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 da, well, you're going to believe that regardless of the evidence in front of you. In my opinion, this is the right decision. In my opinion, you can disagree all day and all night for me, but the totality of the evidence leads me to believe that this was an accidental drowning. We know that her car went into Prosser Reservoir at 12:33 and was completely submerged, so much so that the camera at Alder Hill which is 2.3 miles away, could no longer see the headlights. And that was 12:34 and 42 seconds. So when a forensic pathologist does an autopsy, they do take into account the condition and the circumstances of which the body was found. So the fact that she was found in a lake submerged in a vehicle is a contributing factor to the fact that this was deemed an accidental drowning. But it's also a decision of exclusion, because when we go through the autopsy report, we see no evidence of external or internal trauma, other than that consistent with moderate to severe decomposition. Now, there's actually two reports here. There's a report from the reporting officer, Jason Mackey, who examined Kiely's body and the scene once the car had been removed. And then there's a forensic pathologist report, including toxicology. So we need to go through both of those. So this is the incident report from the scene. I arrived on scene at approximately...
Everyone okay following this? She actually explains it really, really well. I agree. I totally agree. T. Adams. Yeah. Yeah.
1900 hours, which is 7 p.m. FBI agents, FBI crime scene technicians, Placer County Sheriff's Office deputies, California Highway Patrol officers, Truckee Police Department officers, and detectives from the Nevada County Sheriff's Office were all near a tow truck. He spoke to a detective who advised me that law enforcement divers had hooked the tow truck's winch to a vehicle under the water and were assisting with the recovery of the vehicle. Of course, this was August 21st, found by Adventures with Purpose. The vehicle was turned and then pulled out. We all saw that footage. I waited until the vehicle was removed from the water and I was given permission to begin my investigation. Now, the body position for me is irrelevant in this instance, because what we see under the water is different to what the coroner would have seen on top of the water, because...
And that's very important, because there's been lots and lots of chat where Kiely was recovered from in the car. Law enforcement did make a big boo-boo and they turned the car before they wrenched it up. That was wrong. But that's what they did.
They turned the vehicle. Anyway, there was a white female decedent located in the rear cargo department of the silver 2013 Honda CR-V, and there's the license plate. The right leg of the decedent was against the pillar of the back seat and resting near the headrest. The remainder of the decedent was behind the seats and not visible from outside of the vehicle. She's been upturned. They shouldn't have done that.
Yep.
They shouldn't have done that. The fact that she was found in the cargo hatch, I think, is the important thing here. So the body was removed under my supervision by FBI agents and crime scene technicians, placed in a body bag and visually inspected. The bag was sealed. No items were removed from the decedent's person, and the remains were later transported by Truckee Tahoe Mortuary directly to Placer County Morgue. So there was some signs of bloating, lividity, and decomposition. Not pleasant, but we expected that because she's been in the water since 12:33 on the 6th. So this was then end of this guy's report, and it was then forwarded to the Chief Coroner, Sergeant Clinkenbeard. And then on receiving both the incident report from the first responding officers and the autopsy, I have recently reviewed the pathologist's final report of autopsy, which listed the cause of death in the case as drowning. There's no other significant contributory conditions listed. I conferred with Detective Sonia, and he told me there was no indication of foul play regarding a criminal investigation into the death of Kiely. The manner of death in this case has been determined to be accidental. So, case closed.
Case closed. Accidental. That's it. That's it.
Here's the toxicology,
Ah,
positive findings. This is the thing that we've, I guess, all been waiting for. Ethanol, which is alcohol, nicotine, caffeine, cotinine, which is a metabolite of nicotine, and then delta 9 THC. So the alcohol here is significant. It's 88, which under normal conditions, as per this Science Direct report here, if in life 80 milligrams per deciliter is the legal limit of driving in the United States, some impairment of driving skills may be present in some individuals. You might expect that in someone of Kiely's size, because she was very slim, she was very young. So you might see some driving impairment. She's just over, so obviously if she's closer to 120 milligrams per deciliter, then you'd get more impairment. But the problem is that post-mortem blood alcohol concentration can't be trusted, because as the body decomposes, that decomposition has a significant influence
I
on
agree, Granny.
post-mortem ethanol concentration.
I don't think there's anything to be
know
questioned. I'm going to
how much
be
of the
say there's
ethanol
not.
found in
But I
Kiely's
agree about
body at
alcohol. Absolutely.
autopsy is a result of her alcohol consumption in life, and how much of it is a result of her decomposition in death. So I think what we can perhaps conclude is that Kiely wasn't terribly drunk, because if some of that was a result of decomposition, it's likely that in life her blood alcohol level would not have been over the legal drink drive limit. She might have even been completely sober. What does that tell us about the night of the party, as recorded by her friends, namely Sammy, who said she was so drunk Sammy had to get another ride home? Absolute nonsense. Kiely wasn't overly drunk.
Nope.
She wasn't. But we do have a positive THC. We don't have the level, but could have impaired her driving ability. THC is the active ingredient in cannabis. So that would have made her feel stoned, and it could be perhaps that made her confused, where she stopped, or at least slowed down to a crawl before making that final turn, and making that wrong turn, turning left instead of turning right. So is it the THC? We can certainly say Kiely certainly wasn't as drunk as
I agree,
Sammy thought. Maybe Sammy was
2
just
weeks.
mistaken. Let's give her the benefit of the doubt.
Decomposition.
We know Sammy lied about the timing, getting a call from Kiely at 12:36, Elsa seeing her after 12:40. They're either both mistaken about the time, or they're lying for whatever reason, but not because of foul play, not because of what they might have done to Kiely. As we thought towards the beginning of this case, I was side-eyeing Sammy really badly. You know, there was something going on there. Now, whether Kiely had taken parts in these fight clubs, whether Kiely had been spiked, it doesn't look like she's been spiked. It doesn't. There was no positive results for things like benzos or barbiturates that would have been consistent with being spiked. But no, none of that. Moving on.
She took her own turn, I believe.
So the subject is normocephalic, which means that she's got a normal head.
So I think that was a very good. Hold on to just stop this here. Hello, is that CJ? Of course it is. Hello, CJ. Hello? Oh. CJ, if that's you,
sorry,
wave your hand.
I'd muted myself.
That's you.
I'd muted myself. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I don't mean to hijack you, Juror.
You're fine.
We got a very special lady in the chat.
Oh.
It's her birthday today, the lovely Sandy, and I couldn't let it go by without coming on and So I'd just like to sing a happy birthday if I may. madam.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Happy birthday to you. Happy
Happy
birthday
birthday
to
to you.
you. Happy birthday, the wonderful, beautiful, amazing, awesome Sandy.
Sandy.
Happy birthday to you. Hip hip.
Hurrah.
Hooray. Hip. Hooray.
Hurrah.
I hope you had a
Oh,
wonderful birthday.
Sandy, happy birthday. I'm very
Yeah.
glad you're up, CJ, because apparently there's been chat that me and you may have fallen out.
You and I.
Yeah, because you haven't been on the last couple of weeks, girl.
Aw, that's just because CJ's got the craziest sleep pattern in the world.
I know that. Here, look, I can come up here, run the old gub. I was just showing Michelle After Dark, and I think she
Yeah.
explained it really, really good.
Yeah.
To me, it is what it is. She took
Yeah.
a wrong turn. It was accidental. The case is
Mm.
closed.
Personally, fight. Personally, for me, I gotta be honest with you guys, and I think that for me, when the mother said weeks ago, she didn't want this spoken about, that would have been enough for me. But now it's been ruled officially as an accident. I think we all got to think about the family, and it's it's time to let the girl rest. Come on now. I mean,
I think
a
it does.
joke's a joke, but for fuck's sake, you know.
And it's these people will shout for justice, but that's a load of bollocks. It's nothing to do with justice.
Nah.
How can a bunch of people chatting on a panel, not doing any action, just talking, get any justice for anyone? They can't,
No,
can they?
I tell you, I only heard yesterday. I only heard about the things that have been being said.
Oh, it's been bad.
The girl's period and the girl's sexual activity.
Yep.
I mean, and it wasn't a crime, right? It wasn't a crime. You imagine if that was your daughter, your
I know.
sister, your friend.
I know.
And the people that have been accused, these young people, and you all know what goes on the internet sticks. It sticks.
Does. It does.
Gotta let it go. I personally won't be supporting anybody who keeps talking about it. Sorry.
Well, I feel very much the same, and I would be a hypocrite if I said any different, coming from the community that I have. But Sagacious did. I talked about this earlier. We can say we're not going to talk about it. We're not going to take part in it. But you cannot, people make up their own opinions, right? There'll be people that want to talk about it, and there'll be people that are not. I can't change their minds. Am I going to call them out? No, I'm not. I'm not. That's on them, not me. But the things, if you look around, what I find is there'll be people, for personal reasons, go at one creator because they don't like her and it's personal. But what about all the other hundreds of creators that have talked really badly, really, really badly about this? And it just seems like they're forgot about. To me, no. Everybody has to be treated the same. It's not fair calling one person out. It's definitely not. I haven't watched any of the coverage, so I don't know what was said or what wasn't said. And exactly, law enforcement have said there's always going to be questions. I'm not, as Granny, you said that you have the right to have questions. We all have. Because, we're human. We're going to be questioning things. But do we beat a dead horse? We don't need to go in. 1 minute they were talked about for maybe a week. Could she be pregnant? Could she be in a fight club? Nonsense. That's been proved. It's not true. There's not really anything more to talk about. But as we know, it's going to happen. And there'll be people that will continue to want to hear it. We're putting all the blame on creators. But subs,
I tell you, I'm really glad to see T. Adams say that. Really glad.
have to take ownership too. We're the ones filling up these chat rooms. I'm not crazy, Jim.
Yep. I agree, Sandy. I agree. Is anybody disagreeing though? I mean, I haven't seen anybody say they're going to keep talking about it.
Well, I think there's a lot of channels that we don't know exist.
Probably, yeah.
And they will keep on chatting about it. We're not going to change their mind. They're not going to listen to some Irish person saying, don't cover this case. It's not going to happen.
No.
I know I won't be.
No.
And that's just it. I just won't be. We haven't covered any of it. I will not cover an open case. It's too much. Oh no, it's too much hard work. It really, really
Well, this
is.
should be no. This should be like a wake-up call to a lot of, not to go into the cases this deep when you don't know if it is a crime.
Yeah, very true, CJ. Mm-hmm. But then if you're getting big crowds in and they want to talk about it, it's a hard one. All I can say is I agree. I just think it should be finished. It should be done. That's it. But look at Summer Wells' case. What happened there?
Oh my God, yeah.
It was disgraceful. I didn't follow that either because of that. It was shameful, actually. Shameful. They did. And law enforcement know a lot more than we know sitting on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
But Deadly Queens, they don't want. If you only stick to the truth, people will not listen to you.
Yeah.
It's not bringing in the crowds. Is it though?
Mm.
So how have you been, CJ? You've been keeping all right, my love?
Mm-hmm.
You're eating? What are you eating, girl?
Well,
admit it.
It's just toast and cheese, Juror, but you know how toast is quite dry?
Oh, yeah.
So I need to get a drink. But, yeah, I've been okay. I've been good. I've been okay.
Well, go and get a drink and I'll wait on you. I'm not going anywhere.
Okay, my darling. Give me
I'm not going anywhere. And you're not going anywhere either, girl, when I've got you on here. But it is hard, Deadly Queens. It definitely is. And people want drama. They love it. And all of us that's sitting in here tonight like a bit of the drama too. We do. Otherwise, we wouldn't be here. You don't want to hear me talk about, I don't know what. You don't. You want a wee bit of the drama. If a creator, there's our Jill, how are you? If a creator invites another over with, stop running your mother effing cocksucker and get you. What? Listen, Jill here. Trying to work this one out. Stop running your motherfucking cocksucker and get your arse over here. It's completely fine for the guest to refuse. I wouldn't make coffee cake either. Well, no, I probably wouldn't either. I would stay out of that one. Oh, what? Well, not another time. So she's doing a panel tonight to sort out and tell her what you think of her and what she's done to you. She's actually done nothing to me. I've always said that. But I don't talk about the woman. I don't really, I do talk about her, but not every day. I don't, no. And I do clip her, I must admit. And one of the reasons I clip her is because I think she's funny. Who's a clone? You thinking Jill's a clone? Go to channel. No, that's our Jill. No, nobody is allowed to go on her panel. Do not go on NC's panel, Buttercup. She wants you to come up, tell her what we think of her. No, to sort it all out and tell her what you think of her and what she's done to you. Dippity-doo. Dippity-doo. You've been called out this week by none other than NC. Did you see that,
Wow. No,
Yeah.
Dippity.
Dippity or dippity?
Wow.
Apparently, now, cue a lot of crying. Cue a PayPal pull
Oh.
get filled. She pulled up a live chat in Barb's and it showed you dippity-doo, just saying, she's at the casino since Monday because she hasn't been on all week. So dippity-doo was very right that she was at the casino.
Huh.
Of course she was at the bloody casino. Right? But wait, it gets better. Then apparently, Natasha went out with her friend to get something outside. And when she came back in, right, her friend said, there was a woman asked about you, Natasha.
Oh, no, not a
Oh,
woman.
yeah. A woman. A little woman, apparently.
Oh, a little woman.
A little woman. Dippity-doo, watch your height. So the vibes I was getting that this woman just happened to say, oh, who is that woman? Meaning Natasha. And her friend said, well, if you just wait about, you can speak to her when she comes back. Oh, she was dippity-doo. She was insinuating that her dippity was at the casino.
Wow.
Stalking. She's, in my opinion only, there was no woman asking about Natasha.
There was no woman.
Right? Somebody has clipped that dippity-doo said, which we all thought, what? A little woman with bad teeth, apparently.
She's got a thing about teeth, Dippity.
And a thing about little. Because wasn't it the little man that lifted her off the ground?
Oh,
When
that's
she
right,
collapsed.
little man. Maybe this is a little man's wife.
And, yeah. Cloudy, I agree. Too much detail. Like the bad teeth, what height they were. Yeah, load of bollocks. Don't believe it. Don't believe a word of it. So poor old Dippity, yeah, was apparently in a casino stalking her out. Why? Why would anybody? So this woman just appeared and said, who is that woman? I think I know her. What's her name? And her friend thought, stalker alert, stalker alert.
Well, because you know she is a celebrity.
Yeah. So Natasha starts to cry. And it's ding, 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 ding. Yep.
You know what, Juror? I'm at the point now, right? If these fucking idiots, because that's what they are, want to give her their money, fucking let them.
Yeah, I
Let
agree.
them. Are you embarrassed for the creator, Deadly Queens? And I'm embarrassed for the fucking people giving her money. You're all fucking crazy ass bastards.
Oh no, dippity-doo. Right, listen to this. She supposedly had on shorts, boots, and a camouflage shirt with bad teeth.
Hang on.
No, Dippity,
Hang on.
Dippity, please.
Did she have a red headband tied around her head like Rambo?
Right. So she had shorts on, boots. I'm imagining this woman. Camouflage shirt, right? With bad teeth. And they think that's her deputy too.
I think that's you, deputy.
Her chat was saying, what do we know about this deputy too?
They better fucking deputy don't. What a crowd of morons. Honest to God.
Okay, Bones, thank you so much, my love. Oh my God. I knew what she was angling at, that this was her deputy. And I was like, what? Deputy? I don't think so. But she definitely got her old PayPal filled.
How much did that get? 1,000?
I have no idea. I can't even guess because it would be a lie. Wow. I think I'm going to start crying now, saying that a wee Scottish woman was seeing me in Tesco. Seen me in Tesco. Were you in Tesco?
Never.
CJ? Never. Oh, honestly, you just couldn't. You couldn't.
Oh no, there definitely is there definitely is such an email tweeted. Here we go. I'll put it in again. It's my official YouTube 100, so it definitely exists. That's it there, sweetheart. I know what
Cloudy.
like Jurors just put it in, but it was me.
Then someone hilariously wrote in her chat, that description sounds like half of the people here likely referring to the larger community. But the way it came out made me laugh. No, that's true.
To the casino to read.
To read my arse. All right, Deadly Queens, you couldn't make this shit up. You couldn't. So apparently, open panel tonight at Natasha's. We're all to go over there to talk to her, to tell her what's
how
what.
wrong we are and how much we're sorry and that she's right and we're wrong.
Yeah.
Okay.
Never would I be up on her panel or anyone's panel. No. Now, I have to say, Natasha's never done anything to me. She hasn't. But the reason I clip her is because I can read her like a book and I see exactly what she's doing. I mean, come on.
Crimes against humanity.
I read the slots. Oh, Angela, yes. Change your profile pic, definitely. To deputy. Deputy, you've got to wear boots, shorts, and a camo top with bad teeth.
Listen though, guys, I always think when she does this open panel thing, she knows that somebody's coming, right? So I bet you we're going to be surprised. Somebody's going to go up. Because she wouldn't set herself up like that.
Oh, Louise, don't. Well, you know, we could be surprised. But I can tell you, it's not going to be me.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not going to be you either, CJ.
You'll never see me on Natasha's panel ever again. Never.
No. Because, well, I don't want any resolution with her. I don't have anything against, well, I do, but I don't have anything personal that she's ever said or done to me. It's different with you because there's been a lot said about you.
Well, listen, I can't stand the woman, so there's that reason. But there's also the reason that you're never going to get resolution with Natasha Cooper. Never.
No. Because she's not going to stop what she's doing. What she might do is stop speaking about you. That's about it.
But I don't care if she speaks about me. I don't.
No?
Because what can she say? The same thing, that I'm fat with no teeth? Doesn't bother me.
CJ.
But it
All
doesn't.
all she's ever done to me was she kicked me and blocked me out of Twitch. Because I was a dickhead and went in was just watching under my real name, Irish Crime.
Mm.
And I didn't know that people can see you.
Yeah.
Even though you don't type and chat.
On Twitch, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that, CJ. And I was
Hey,
booted.
Irvin.
Hey, Irvin.
I don't. Tonight, Dippity, no. I don't.
I'm definitely right. This is definitely...
Dippity, if I was in the... Listen. If I was in the same fucking casino as Scammy, I wouldn't need to ask somebody if it was her. I would smell her the moment I entered the building.
But Deputy, do you have shorts?
But isn't that true of any of us? Why would one of us have to ask if it was her? It doesn't even make any fucking sense.
Well, exactly. You're not going to go up to her friend and say, "What's that?
Yeah.
See that woman that you're with?
Yeah.
What's her name? I think I know her."
Just before any big assassination,
Yeah.
the people
Oh,
didn't
please.
stop and say, "Hey, is that John Lennon over there? Hey, tell me, is that JFK? For the love of God, is that Gandhi?" You know what I mean?
Do you think she's trying to make out that she's going to be assassinated?
I think she was trying to make out that she was being like stalked or harassed, maybe.
Right. No, I know. I'm taking that back. She doesn't think she's going to be assassinated, but she thinks she's been stalked.
But,
Grandma Vault, I don't hate anyone on here. Well, there's
Oh, no,
maybe
I
one or two that's going over the line. Yeah. Going over that line just a wee bit. But no, I don't hate anyone. Absolutely not. CJ's not saying anything.
well, listen, I do.
I know you do. I actually know you do, girl. I know you do.
But I believe it's justified.
Well, look, I know there's been some shit done to her. I have to say there has been. There definitely has. But if she stopped the grifting, we wouldn't have anything to call out. Dibbity, do you live anywhere near Florida? Don't tell me where you live, but do you live anywhere near the state of Florida, especially the Panhandle? Oh, did you, Buttercup? Oh, Buttercup, thank you so, so much. I really appreciate that. I really, really do. That is great. I am thankful. I am so thankful for that.
Well
It makes me feel humble. I do. I get humbled that someone thinks. I think it's lovely. Thank you, Buttercup. I really do appreciate that.
Very well deserved. Very well deserved.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I do enjoy this. I enjoy coming up once a week, running my mouth, just chatting back and forth with everyone. I mean, I haven't got a talent. I can't sing like you can. I mean, I can just talk.
What a statement that was. Can you imagine?
What?
Can you imagine all the hate channels? Listen to it. Did you hear what Juror just said? Nobody can sing like CJ said the cats.
Oh my. Oh, I'm definitely going to do something with this dippity-doo. I definitely am. There's quite a lot of Northern Irish in tonight. I love my Northern Irish. I think you're the only Scottish here. Or maybe Angela's here.
Angela was here a minute ago.
I think it is craftastic. I'm Irish. They might say, you might get a few that'll come in and say, get on with it. Right? But I mean, we're women. We'll talk. We can talk for hours. That's what we do.
Oh, Julie, you know I got nothing but love for you, my friend.
Oh, Buttercup, I try to be. It gets me into trouble sometimes, but I think you're better being honest. And sometimes you are better just coming off the fence, and you have to say, look, this is how I feel. This is my opinion. Some people like it, some people don't, but you just have to get through it, don't you, CJ?
Yeah. Sometimes being honest isn't the easy option, but ultimately, if you want people to trust you and have
Yeah.
faith in you, then it's the only option.
Oh, there's another Glaswegian.
Yeah.
Tweety.
That's my
Tweety
good
wants to
friend.
come up. Do you know Tweety?
Yeah, Tweety's been in mine a lot, and she's had some
Okay.
really bad news.
All right, okay. Hold on, I'll put it in here. Paste. I've got my pin screen anyway that we can put up. There you go, Tweety.
You see that there? No.
Yep, absolutely. Yep, yeah.
Oh, I'd love you to come on, JD.
I think it's just getting the confidence. I
Once
was
you've
not.
done it, yeah. Once you've done it, you've done it.
I was not on camera. No, I've never been on camera, but I was never on panel until a year ago. I never spoke publicly. I didn't. And my first time on a panel was Dorothy's.
Holy Jesus.
Yep, she did. Just one moment, and I will get the paint screen. I've got a new one for us, by the way. Okay, is that you, Tweety girl? Tweet? Oh, I'll have to add her first, don't I?
Uh-huh.
Can I show you me without you showing me to everyone else?
No, you're fine. You don't need to show. You can turn off your camera, Tweety. You can turn your camera off.
Okay.
Okay, and I'll just get rid of the paint screen. Have you your camera off?
I have something over it.
That's fine. Absolutely fine. Let's go. Oh, I'm in the wrong bit. Brand. Hold on till I get rid of this spoil. Hello, Tweety.
Hey, honey.
Hi. Country Joe, I've been trying to email you. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. A few of you might know me because I come up on Granny's channel one time about the doctors thinking I had cancer in my lungs.
Oh, Tweety.
They did a test and they found all kinds of nodules, but they're saying that they ain't cancer at this time. And you can hear my voice. It's completely hoarse. I've been puking up blood for 4 years. And I begged them to help me. Now they're trying to say there's a really bad infection in my body. Dave gave me every antibiotic he can. They're starting to think that it's cancer in my throat.
No.
I'm only 58. It's only me. And I thank you guys for being on here. I couldn't make it. I have 2 dogs. And I'm not afraid to die. I mean, they're telling me that my white blood count is sky high. My platelets are sky high. It's looking either leukemia or cancer in my throat. They did find a mass behind my nose. I'm very scared. I'm terrified.
Oh, Tweety.
Oh, Tweety.
And it sucks so bad that you don't have anybody.
You do. Listen, you do. You have me now, right? And I'm gonna get my information to you.
And I watch you guys all the time. I just don't say nothing.
That's okay. That's okay. Listen, you're not on your own. You're not gonna go through this on your own. I promise you that. I'm making you that promise right now. Me, right? Just me and you, right? And I
Yeah.
know there's so many here who will
Well,
care.
I got a brother and sister, and I called them Monday before I went and had this. They call it surgery, where they put a tube down your throat.
Yeah.
None of them's called to ask me if I was all right. With my voice changing, they think that I'm just crazy. And the
Tweety,
doctor said that the reason that I'm getting hoarse is because it could be throat cancer.
are you having any trouble swallowing, Tweety?
Yeah, everything burns. Like I said, I've coughed up blood for 4 years.
Well, that's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. They should have looked into that as soon as you started coughing up blood.
I know, and I've showed them the pictures. But I am just so terrified.
So, Tweety, what's happening now with your? When are you going back to the doctors, or?
I talked to the doctor Friday,
Okay.
and that's when he told me that there's a severe infection, and I've been on antibiotics for 6 months.
God.
And since my voice did that, they're really thinking that it's either leukemia or throat cancer. I've had a rough life. I've been in pain all my life, and I don't want to go through no more.
Well, you know what you just told me, Tweety? You've told me that you're a fighter, my darling. Because if you fought pain all your life and you're 58, you're still here fighting, right? You're still here
Yeah.
fighting, Tweety. Now is not the time to give up. Now is the time you got to, and I'm going to help you. We're all going to help you.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
Right? You got an army behind you here, Tweety.
It just sucks when you don't have no kids. Your mom and dad died.
Have they done a biopsy?
They did a biopsy of my lung.
Right, but they're going to have to do a biopsy on your throat.
Well, they did a biopsy of the nose, and there is a mass.
Okay. And what is the results of that? Is it benign, non-benign?
They just did it.
They've just did it. So you're waiting on the results.
Right.
Okay. Right.
Now,
When
you being on the antibiotics for 6 months, Tweety, that is going to make you feel like shit.
yeah.
It'll make you feel sick and everything. So we're going to hope that this comes back benign, right?
Yeah.
I'll tell you one positive thing that I'm thinking. I could be wrong, right? But I'm going to say it anyway. I had a friend with throat cancer, right? And she, the fact you've been this thing with the blood's been 4 years. 4 years I'm not saying it's a good thing, but you would have thought if it had been throat cancer, you know, it would have got so much worse in 4 years. she didn't get 4 years, you know? And I'm hoping that it's going to turn out to be something else that they
Mine's getting worse every single day. I started coughing up blood just in the morning,
Oh my.
and now it's all day. I sleep maybe 4 hours, and then I wake up choking to death.
Well, you need somebody that you need to be able to reach out to somebody when you're feeling
Yeah.
when you can't
I
sleep.
have. I've reached out to my brother and sister.
No, but no. I'm saying now that we know, Tweety, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna make sure you always have somebody, right?
Absolutely. Yep.
I want to maybe start a little group or something. You on
Yeah.
Facebook, Tweety?
Like I said, if it wasn't for you guys and your community, I don't think I would have made it this far. You guys make me laugh.
Oh.
Tweety, are you on Facebook, honey?
Yeah.
Right. So
Have you got
you
Messenger, Tweety?
Yes.
Okay.
so you need to add me on Facebook, right? Now, my name on Facebook is my real name, but it's the Country Joe picture, Tweety, right? So you see it right away. It's a Country Joe avatar. So I'm gonna put my name into the chat. That you just put that in, I will come up right away. I promise you. Add me
Uh,
as a friend.
I promise you.
Will you highlight that?
I beg you. Please don't put my name on Facebook because there's some mean people out here.
Sweetie, don't you worry about anything. Nothing like that. You see my name there? Can you see it on the screen, Veronica Gavin?
No, because I have it covered.
Oh, okay, right.
How do I spell it?
So it's VER ON for November, I for igloo. I'm terrible at this. C for Charlie, A for apple. So Veronica, and then the surname is G for garden,
So
A
it's Veronica ICA.
ICA. Yeah,
Okay.
and then my second name is G for golf, A for apple,
Okay.
V for Veronica, I for igloo again,
Okay.
and N for November. So Veronica Gavin.
Hey,
Okay.
Christine.
If you type that into Facebook and then you see you know the little cartoon picture on here, little Country Joe face,
Right.
you see that, and then add me as a friend.
Okay.
And what I want to do, Tweety, if you don't mind, is maybe start a group where anybody who wants to support you and we can start a group, and that means that anytime, day and night, somebody will be there to chat or to talk or whatever you want to do.
Okay.
Your camera turned off now. Yeah?
Yeah.
That's okay. And I know that there's plenty, thanks, British. I know that there's plenty of people in here, right?
I cry every single day.
Because you are feeling on your own. You are, obviously you've got a lot of anxiety until
I mean,
these results
I've
come
had
back.
dogs forever, and my dogs know something's wrong.
Dogs always pick up when
Yeah.
they're upset. Yeah.
They do.
They
They
lay
do.
their head on my chest and my throat. Like I said, I've been through a lot, but I'm just tired. I am so tired.
Of course you're tired, my darling. Your body's fight. At the very least, your body's fighting a really severe infection. And even a bad infection can knock you off your feet and make you feel so ill, right?
Right.
So that's okay. It's not okay, but we know that that's why you're feeling like that. There is something going on, and we need to
And I
find
told
out.
the doctor Friday, I said, I can't take this cancer word anymore.
No, and that's horrible that it's been hanging over you. You know.
I mean, I've had female cancer for a long, long time. So I know it's in my body. And I don't want to go through anymore.
Oh, love. When do you think, Tweety, that these results will come through? Because there's Julianne Jackson, there's lots of people that
Guys,
will
I
be
go,
there for you.
when I
I
get
go,
up live, sorry guys, I'll set up a group on YouTube, right?
Mhm.
And if you wanna, I'm not gonna just add people to it. So if you want to be added to it, either contact me and let me know.
okay.
Not you, sweetheart. Anybody who wants to join.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're okay. You're okay, my darling. Listen,
You'll be there. You'll be there, and there'll be people that wants to join that can give time to be able to be there,
mhm.
either be it voice message, text message, speak to you when you're feeling down or scared. They'll be there with you
Yeah,
because that's what we do.
you're
That's
not
what we do.
alone.
We
You're
support
not
each other.
alone. Please believe me, you're not alone.
And that's why I contacted you guys. Because I know how you care. And all I want is someone to say, Barbara, you're going to be alright.
Barbara,
You will be
Barbara,
all right.
listen, I can tell you this. You're not going to be on your own. You're
Hey,
not.
Brittany.
And we will be there with you every step of the way, my darling. Things are going to get better
I
as
hope so. Like I said, I just can't take anymore. And I'm not a person to commit suicide because
No,
of
no,
my.
no, 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 no.
I want to be with my mom and dad.
but your mom and dad want you to get better. Your mom and dad want you to keep fighting. And I know you're a fighter, Barbara. I know you are. You're just at the you're at the you're at the bottom now. But we're gonna
It's
lift you
so
up, darling.
scary when you wake up in the middle of the night and you can't breathe.
Well then see, as of tonight, you're gonna have somewhere to go.
Yes, definitely.
You're
You
gonna
will
have
have.
somebody there to talk to. I promise you, honey. Thank you for reaching out. You that's not an easy thing to do. I'm
No, it's
glad
not.
you done it.
Country Joe, I love watching you and your singing and your little things that you put up about people.
My goodness, my darling. I know you've got a high tolerance level if you can listen to old Joe singing. Come on now. British Chippy, so it would be a group on Messenger. So I'll just call it, support group or something. And then usually you would add people to it. But I don't just want to add people. So
Yeah.
if you're on my Facebook, message me and say, um, add me to the group, CJ. That's all you need to say, and I'll add you right away.
So on Messenger, I'm gonna put VERONICAN Gavin.
Just ICA, VERONICA, and then a space, then GAVIN.
Okay.
Does that sound
Well,
okay,
I'm
my love?
definitely gonna try.
Well, can you see where it says private chat, Barbara? On this here?
Your camera's down.
Yeah. I don't see where it says private.
Okay, what I'm going to do is, you know where my community posts are on my channel?
Yes.
Right, so I'm going to put the link to my Facebook right now on my community post. So all you need to,
Oh,
all you need to do is go and click on that, and it'll take you right to my profile, right?
Okay, because I tried your about section and the email that you gave me, and it just keeps sending it right back saying that there's no such email.
Oh, for God, I need to. Well, go where you know how where you click on about, there's a bit that says community.
Mm-hmm.
So click on that, and I've got the link up. The link's up there now. All you have to do is click that. It takes you to my Facebook, and then you know
brilliant.
how to just add me as a friend, right?
Right.
Hang on a
Yeah.
minute, because I'm not sure if I have that set to. Give me just wait. Don't do it yet. Give me 2 seconds, because I might have it set to just friends of friends that can add me.
Yeah.
So give me a
Yeah.
minute.
What state are you in, Tweety? Do you want to say?
I'm in Ohio.
Ohio.
Account settings.
I saw that, Dave. I
Right.
saw that. That's a
Right.
big loss.
If it wasn't for the freaky people on here that just love to hurt people, I'd give you my name.
No. You don't need to do that. I did have
Oh,
it.
no.
Friends. So you can do it now, honey. Now, as soon as you go onto my profile, you'll see add as a friend. And then I'll have you on Messenger, and I can go ahead and
Oh. Did she go?
me.
She might have.
Oh,
clicked
you know
off.
what? She'll have went to my community.
That's
thing.
what's happened. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, God
Oh
love
my
her.
God, that's
God love her. It's awful. It is awful.
guys. So listen, if you want to be in this group, and you're not on my Facebook link is now on my community page, and I've changed my Facebook to anybody can add me as a friend, right? So please, let's try and get as many people in there as we possibly can.
If you have time, only if you have time.
Yeah.
If you have time. Because obviously, don't go in if you're not going to have time. Because when somebody's distressed, it can take a lot of your time. Because you need to be there to comfort them and speak to them. We've all been there, and especially when the anxiety's high. But that's what we're here for. That's what the community's all about.
It's what it should be about, and here we've got a chance to show
Absolutely, yeah.
who we are and what we really are about.
Yeah, British Chippy, that's fine. That would be great, yep. You could do a private stream, British. Absolutely, some night. Just have a chat.
Julie. We would all do it, Deputy. You know, I know every one of you guys would do it.
There's people that just don't have the support that we maybe would have. And there's people that need just even somebody's time. It might only be half an hour whatever,
Yeah.
just to have a chat with them.
That's a
And
good
that
idea.
means so much. Yeah,
Okay, thank you, Angela.
yeah, British.
I hope so, Popcorn. I mean,
Oh, bless her. You know, it's things like this. It makes all the other nonsense that we talk about and lose our temper about, it brings it all home. Yeah, I get that, Craftastic. We've done that before. You know, and everybody is going through issues. Every one of us. Doesn't matter if it's small, big, or whatever, but you always need that person just to be able to, you know, be able to reach out to.
thank you so much for the people who've already messaged. Um,
Oh,
I will set the group up once the live ends,
yeah.
and I'll add you guys. Okay.
Hey, fish.
I'm a bit worried I haven't had Barbara's yet. Hope she can get on okay.
Who?
Barbara's.
Oh, right. Yes, yes. She will. She will. Thank you, Brittany. We will. You see, One Red Rose, you don't have to friend anyone on Facebook. You can just do it on Messenger. Isn't that right?
I think so. Yeah, I think so. Yes, but you can do that one, Red Rose. Of course you can.
Yeah.
Yeah. The thing
I
is,
actually set up a messenger, just a messenger for Irish crime.
yeah, but One Red Rose real name
Ah,
would
right,
be on the
okay.
messenger as well.
Ah,
So
right, gotcha.
she would be better making a second one.
Yes, you would be. And put One Red Rose. Make it up under One Red Rose.
Don't know if they let you do that, but you could certainly put any name.
I did, but I don't have a Facebook.
Oh, okay, so you can do it on Messenger.
Yes, I don't
get
have.
it.
I don't have a personal Facebook. I only have my Irish crime.
Thank you, Buttercup, sweetheart.
Oh, Buttercup. Brittany, are you okay?
Thank you, Julie.
You know, this week has been a bit hairy, to say the least. Maybe now things will start to cool down. I hope
Okay,
so.
thank you, AJ.
Yeah, it is British. You could set up a messenger under British Chippy.
Well, that's
You probably
great.
need it the rest, Brittany.
That's great.
You know, it's crazy. I actually had a little thing. It's just a few screenshots that I put together, CJ.
Okay.
And it was something that happened back in 1971.
Wow.
Right? And it's very familiar because I started this live talking about the Kiely Rodni autopsy.
Good night,
okay?
JD. Oh, okay.
And when I looked up people that were recovered in cars, there's hundreds of people that have went missing 20, 30, 40 years ago, and they've been recovered. There has been people thought they have been murdered. They've never heard from them again. It's more common than we actually think.
No.
It really is, actually.
Well, it makes sense because if you go into into water in a car, it's not looking good, you know.
Yeah. I'll just show you these screenshots. I find this very, very interesting. Hold on, come out of that. Here we go. You can let me know if you see it all right.
Yeah, hang on, I'll just mute my darling in case
There's no sound on it, actually.
Oh, okay.
There's
yeah,
no sound.
can see it great.
This is Pamela Jackson, and Cheryl Miller. On April 1971, they were going to the end of a year school party at a gravel pit of all places in Clay County, South Dakota, when they went missing. No one, how can I get myself off that? Hold on. No one ever saw them again. They just vanished. Can you see it okay?
Yep.
Now, there was cold case investigations. There was actually one of their classmates at a later time had his whole farm tore apart looking for the bodies.
Oh, God.
Yep. And I was thinking, imagine if this was on YouTube today. And on April the 16th, 2014, there was a drought. And it was two young fellas phoned up the police. They'd actually saw the wheel of a vehicle. And it turned out that it was a 1960 Studebaker Lark car. And inside it was Pamela and Cheryl.
Oh, God.
And their belongings were frozen in time. It was remarkable. And actually, I've got a few screenshots. It'll come up now. Of that is what happened when the drought. It was somebody saw two wheels and thought, what's this? This is what they found in the car. This was one of the girls' driving license. I mean, look how remarkable that was kept in 40 years.
I know.
Isn't it mental block? 1971 to 2014. And just on a wee bit, there should be, that was her shirt, one of the girls' shirt. I mean, I can find it hard to believe that that was even remaining after that length of time. I mean, that was in pretty good condition. That was one of the girl's belongings, her purse, her wallet, key, money. Amazing. Amazing. And that was all in that car. It's very similar to me to what happened to Kiely.
And do we know how they ended up going in?
They took a wrong turn.
Oh.
Obviously, there was no, it was a wrong turn. That was the number plate from the 1960 Studebaker. Obviously, two girls had went missing. What do people think? They were murdered. Of course they thought that. There was classmates, one man in particular, his whole farm was tore up to look for these girls. But all along, they had went in to the reservoir.
Yeah.
I mean, that was I think it's so sad when you look at this.
It is so sad.
But there's hundreds of this has happened. Hundreds of people have been recovered. And it's only when you actually Google it, you realise how many people it did happen to.
Yeah.
This isn't an oddity, what happened. It was an accident. And that's it.
Tragic.
A tragic accident. I know mental block. And there was one in Ireland that I didn't even know about. He had, hold on, I've got it here before we finish up. Barry Coughlin. He was last seen at a bar in 2004, May, on a night out with the lads. 17 years later,
Oh, God.
2021, his car and his remains were recovered at the
Wow.
Kew Covenant Pier, County Cork.
17 years.
Another one that came up, there's actually a YouTuber called Exploring with Nug. He's a lot of followers. He's a bit like Adventures with Purpose.
Mm.
Back in 2000, there was a young couple, Erwin Foster and Jeremy Bichelle, went missing after leaving Foster's home. Divers had searched the river because the way that they had went home, they thought they could have went into the river. But when they went down and searched, they didn't find the car. But they later found they were only 1/8 of a mile from where the actual car was. If they had went over another 1/8, they would have found them. And it was actually a YouTuber, Exploring with Nug, found them. And that was in the Keller River in Tennessee, I believe, in 2021. So 21 years later, and they were only 18 and 17. Tragic.
Oh, my God.
Tragic. Now, that's only a few that I've picked from hundreds. So, how many unsolved cases that's out there that could really be?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's an eye opener. It really
It
is.
definitely is. It definitely is. So hopefully, I hope for everybody, and I mean this, that things quieten down and there'll be a bit more peace on the tubes.
No.
But we don't really think that, do we? Nah. No. Of course we don't. Well, next Saturday, I won't be on.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. But because I am going away next Saturday.
Ooh.
Yeah. But CJ and myself, I'm not going to give away too much. Don't worry, CJ. Have been working on something. Hey, Mama Knows Best.
Hey, Mama Knows Best.
And it's been a dozy. It really has. Hasn't it, CJ?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So what we've decided to do, because there's going to be an awful lot for people to take in, we're going to do a pre-recording. And we're going to do it in 2 parts. And it will be put out next week. It'll definitely be next week, CJ.
Yes.
Yeah.
It'll be a premiere. So
it'll be a premiere, but the people involved will be in the chat.
Yeah.
To answer any questions that you have. So keep an eye out for that. I will put out a little note premiere, a little clip just to tell you what's coming and when it's going to come out. And but I'll not be on here next Saturday. But maybe CJ could well be on.
Maybe. I would like to take a chance to thank everybody. I think we've got 3 categories left now with the Crime Awards. I'd like to take a chance to just thank you all who have nominated so far. We've had a great response. We've had a lot of nominations, and I'm really excited about the actual night because, after all, this time you guys picked it, so you're all in the shit if it goes horribly wrong.
Oh, look, here. If we get next week done, I will be relieved.
Yeah.
And then the following week, we're going to do the People's Choice. Isn't that right, CJ?
That's the plan.
Yeah, we're going to have a lot. You know, if you want your favourite creator, you want your favourite sub or whatever, you've got to
Got to vote.
vote.
You got to put the nomination in.
So there's no point crying after the fact.
Not to me.
Or to me, I'm taking
All
nothing to do
complaints
with it.
if
I'm
we
not
go to
listening to
Juror.
you. Well, Mama, you know what? We've learned a lot from the last time, and we're putting it in the subs.
It's not our fault, Mama. If
It's
you don't
definitely
get
not.
nominated, you better take it up with your subscribers. We don't want to hear that. Hang
CJ,
on.
did you get your thing from Tweety?
Let me just refresh. Yes.
Yay!
Yes. Well done, Tweety. Great.
You missed a lot, Ladybug. You're going to have to go back to the start
Oh no, Ladybug. Where have you
and
been?
replay in the house.
Hey, replay, my darling.
Well, Mama knows best. You better start looking, girl. How have you been? How's your channel doing? Are you doing well? I don't know. What?
Mama knows best. You better get under there and start voting.
You're right, girl. It's doing okay. Oh, that's good. No problem. Hit the like on the way out. But I'm going to say goodnight. And I'll probably speak to you again, CJ.
Probably.
Probably.
I don't know. You and I might fall out. I don't know.
What's going on tonight? Who's going on live next? I don't know.
all rush forward.
Mama, are you going live? Is CJ, you went live earlier and had a great live. That was great. It's in my community post, or
but it was live.
but you know something that's good.
Listen, I love my sing songs. I don't care what anybody says.
So do I. Do you know something? I'm happy coming in here on a Saturday, and for me, if I have 10 watching, 100 watching, it doesn't matter to me.
No.
I just love being able to chit back and forth, chit chat. It's relaxed. That's what I want. And I can run my mouth.
And you know me, Juror, I would sing to 3 people if that's all I had.
Yeah. But you love it. I know rightly, you're at home, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're listening to a bit of music and you're going, do, do, do.
Mm-hmm.
And that you want to get singing. It just comes over you.
I love an audience, you know.
Yeah.
I'm an audience whore.
No, thank you, Buttercup. I appreciate it. I really, really do. Honest to God, I do.
Yeah, we love you guys, you know. We appreciate every one of you. And
We definitely do. And Mental Block, thank you. Loved you coming in and having a good chat back and forth. That's what I want. I love it.
yeah.
And I think if you're a massive channel, you have to miss out on that, being able to chit back and forth.
That's true. There's
Yeah.
no personal relationship there.
Yeah.
You know?
And that's how you get to know people. Of course it is.
Yeah.
Well, everybody, I'm going to say good night. CJ?
Yes, I'm going to go to Facebook now and make this group. And I already have a good few people saying.
Oh, that's brilliant. Yes, Mama's knows best. On CJ's community post or mine, there's a different category comes out every day. You too, Nightmare. A new category comes out every day for you to vote. And Melissa Jade, which I will drop. Everybody knows who Melissa Jade is, but I'll drop her link anyway. Melissa. Hopefully
You've had a few votes yourself, Mama knows best. Yes, you have.
Yeah.
Yep, you've had some nominations.
But they'll still be crying. They'll definitely still be criers.
Yeah.
Your name is You see, I have a few. I love my dippity do. I also like someone you know. I love
Oh,
it.
yeah. Yeah.
Love it. Right? But I'm not voting because I can't vote. It's not fair.
No, we can't vote. Don't blame us for anything.
I'm not voting. But there's a couple of my favourites.
Oh, we've all got our favorites.
Melissa Jade is brilliant. I like her.
I love Melissa Jade.
She's great, isn't she?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, Mama. I don't expect to win anything. I won nothing the last time. Buggers. But anyway, you won the best creator, CJ.
Did I?
Yeah, you did. Yeah. Yeah.
It's only because it was on my channel.
Well, maybe.
But I still appreciated it. Don't get me wrong. Thank you.
Of course. Well deserved.
Thank
Right,
you.
hit the like on the way out. Thank you so very much.
Yeah, hit that
And
like
if I don't speak to you, CJ, later, I will speak to you tomorrow.
Okay, my darling. Thank you for having me. Sandy, if you're still here, have a wonderful rest of your birthday, my darling. You deserve it.
Sandy. What's that song?
Can't you see?
See why
I
No, that's not going to work. Good night.
Don't start me singing and then end the line for the love of God.
Bye.
Good night, my darling. Good night.
Bye. Bye.